The gods of BeamNG decided it was going to happen anyway. The police vehicles coming upon this wreck. Oh. Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more BeamNG Drive out here in Nevada. The sky is blue, but the rest of the landscape is kind of drab. How do you brighten this up? You can't use the patented white BeamNG truck because it's just more blandness. I'll tell you how. NASCARs, baby. NASCARs. Colorful, beautiful, artistic. And you guys wanted more police chases with multiple vehicles, and this mod was just released with a lot of work that went into it. The mod and the NASCARs are amazing. They look fantastic and they blow apart real good. So we've got 3 NASCARs on 2 different sides of the road with 3 police vehicles over here. We're doing a 6-person chase because any more than that and things get a little bit hairy, like difficult to deal with. Now there are 2 civilian cars out here on the expansive road to crash into. Maybe we'll meet them, sadly, as we often do. Let's do some racing. And we're off. The stock car's moving swiftly. Look at them charge down the roadway. There's a couple of, hold on. Hold on, something's going on up here. What could it be? Right over here, some pedestrians moving down the roadway, slowly, sadly. One of the stock cars approaches. Mother of God, what sort of horrible thing's going to happen? There's the detonation. And poor guy number 1 goes flying. Pedestrian number 2 also smashed. I want you guys to know that I had those dummies facing in the opposite direction. This should have never been a head-on collision, but it decided, the gods of BeamNG decided it was going to happen anyway. The police vehicles coming upon this wreck. Oh. And the very first crash of the day is absolutely horrifying. Cars, parts, pieces, vehicles flipping end over end, dummies ejected from the vehicles in all kinds of different ways. Is anyone left? Yes. 1 single stock car remains unscathed. And here we are. Is there any police officer that's still in the chase? Is there anyone that has any potential? Oh, there it is! Flying over the bend. Another police vehicle, smoke billowing out. Flying, literally catching air. You can see him catching up over here. The back end, the top end of these police vehicles, very strong. This stock car, not sure which way to go, and then, look at, hold on. All right. Hold on, real quick. How is it that this police vehicle is the vehicle that decided to continue the race? There's nothing left. Like, I don't even think that Tom Selleck would be able to drive through this. It doesn't matter who you are. The top end of the vehicle is completely obliterated. Somehow the stock car still trying to escape, but the police car, it's not out of commission. That's impossible. However, as valiant to protect and serve as this police vehicle is, it finally gives up as it knows there's no way to compete. And we're off. Do the dummies feel like committing suicide today? Who knows? Hold on, let's go into, yes. Look at this view right here. Already stock car crashes begin. Cars flying sideways but no damage. Over here, the lead stock car moving very, very swiftly with 1 police officer in hot pursuit. Way in the back, I don't know where everyone else went. They probably went off road and decided to go completely insane. The cop car somehow manages to stay on target. And a beautiful hit on the rear end of the stock car. The stock car goes flying and recovers. The full roll. The full recover roll. This chase is not over yet, but the police officer seems to want to go home and retire for the day. I really don't know why. Over here, one of the police cars catches up, but no! The police interceptor had finally caught up with the purple NASCAR, but now there is nothing left, and it is, well, I was gonna say out of the chase, but these police cars consistently want to prove me wrong. Now, the light bar is smashed. I don't know how well the tires are working. Oh, they're still working fairly well. The other stock car is stuck. Not very good off-road. It needs to stay on the pavement. And that right there is a successful police takedown. And we're back. It's dash cam time. One of the police officers decided to take the NASCAR all the way on the left. The rest of the police officers chasing horrifyingly. One NASCAR goes flying off the roadway as the police car chases him valiantly. Uh-oh, hold on. Right over here. Right over here. What a glorious hit. What a glorious hit on this dummy vehicle. Again, despite my best wishes, the dummies clearly want to go directly into traffic. I swear to you, I put them facing the opposite direction, but they have no fear. They also have no sanity. Is there anyone left? Is there anyone left who is mobile? Yes, several vehicles still mobile for the most part. What is happening over here? People are going off-road. The hunter becomes the hunted. I don't know why, but for some reason this stock car is now chasing the police officer. And it's doing fairly well off-road. I'm actually very surprised. This is a cool scene. Stock car off-roading. That could be a thing. Maybe it's a new trend or something like that. Finally on the roadway, and the stock car is back at home in its element or not. Oh, nope, yep, there we go. I was gonna say, it couldn't decide. It was like, kind of like the road, kind of don't like the road. There we go. There is now finally a police officer in pursuit like it's supposed to happen. Hopefully that motel has vacancies, because in a moment, this police officer is gonna be right up this guy's freaking tailpipe. You can see the gap is closing. The gap is closing. And there it is. There's the hit. And it is a good hit. And the NASCAR goes spinning and flying. But it is back on the road. Somehow back on the road. That fantastic bumper it has over there. It's like the anti-push bars of glory, able to repel the police officer's best attempt to thwart the NASCAR and stop this illegal road racing. A police officer's job is never done, though. You can see, look at the gap between the stock car and this police car. Is there any way that this police car can catch up? I don't know, despite having... Oh, never mind. That's what happens. The stock car, not truly made for these, like, 90-degree turns, but I guess neither is the police officer, because he ends up going off the road as well. The chase rages on. Is there any way to end this? There is. If I have to, I will take the helm, and one of two things will happen. Either A, I'll crash, or B, I'll crash the NASCAR. But over here, this looks like it. This straightaway is perfect. Another hit right in the tail end. And the NASCAR goes into a spin and fully recovers again. There is truly no way to stop this thing. That's it. We're doing this. Gray is at the helm. If you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself. I will say, the body twisting is making this vehicle do some very unusual things right now. Oh, God. All right, this may be a little bit more difficult than I previously anticipated. There we go. Getting that outside lane. We can take him, boys. We can take him. Hold on. There it is. There's the hit. Never mind, he's still trying to get away. I don't know how we're gonna stop this guy. I really don't. Oh, I can barely turn to the right-hand side now. I'm not sure why. Oh, boy. Oh, we're starting to fishtail. Okay, this is a good straightaway. Again, smoke billowing out of the car at a high rate, but if we could just get a nice hit here. A nice hit. There it is. That's what we wanted. Right there. Suck it, NASCAR. How do you feel about that crap? The NASCAR could care less. And finally, our right wheel starting to give out, and we are unable. Oh, maybe we can continue the race. Nope, we can't. This is too difficult. That was an excellent and very successful NASCAR getaway, but now here we are again. Engines roaring down the highway. Again, the white NASCAR always seems to want to... Whoa! What a hit! Cars going flying in all different directions. I don't know what just happened. NASCARs are blasted. Over here, the white NASCAR and the police car seem to have the same idea. Never mind. Maybe they didn't. This NASCAR, looking for glory, looking for redemption. The police officer, the police officer goes flying. And the police officer somehow recovers. I could have sworn that he was going to go into a death tumble. But instead, it appeared like he almost saved himself. But the issue is now, you have a stock car, unable to get anywhere. Number 55 is not going to be able to escape. Sadly, we are left with no police vehicles still in the fight, and one stock car that manages to ride off into the sunset onto the slightly darker paved road. feeling very, very cocky about his driving capabilities. We're back. Listen to the hum. The beautiful hum of the NASCAR engines as they speed down the roadway. But can they escape the power of the police? Well, somehow that one did. I had no idea how there wasn't a gigantic hit just then. But now the police slowly started to catch up over here and blasting them right in the backside. You can see at this point, one or both of these vehicles is definitely going to be out of commission. I would suspect it's the police vehicle because the rear end of the NASCARs are made for that kind of impact. Over here, number 55, speeding past as well. Tires spinning maliciously, as if to say, screw you, to law enforcement. There is, in fact, one police car left. Number 479. Well, they're all number 479, but this one's special. Okay? This one has a scumbag in his sights. The question is, what will it take to catch up with this illicit activity? Number 479, protecting and serving at high speeds. But look at this, right over here. He swings and whiffs so hard that he probably gave the stock car a freaking cold. Now bouncing off of the scrubland. Tires, suspension, buckling, trying desperately to keep the car in one piece. And somehow the car is in fact in one piece, which means that the chase is still on. Barely, sort of. Number 479 has managed to get back on the roadway, but the problem is now the gap is far too great, and his prey has left his sight. Once again, several of the stock cars managed to escape the clutches of the highway interceptor police. I have decided the stock cars were fun. I think we need to do maybe like a race with them or something. But for police chases, we need inappropriately fast vehicles. The Australian police force has been called in because they have the fastest police vehicles in the fleet. Well, some of them. Their job? To catch these other highly speedy creatures as they tear down the roadway. And we are off! The speeds that are being reached already vastly exceed anything that the NASCARs and the police interceptors were able to do, passing by at great, powerful speeds. Oh my God. What's gonna happen over here? Right up the tailpipe. And at this speed, cars don't just crash. They spin out for days. And these cars are spinning out for days. But back here, you can see. Oh! A direct side smash. And this yellow vehicle is completely and utterly obliterated. But two others continuing to try and run down the roadway, only to have the backside hammered yet again by Australia. Australia cares not about who they run into. They just hit one of their own, but it's all for the purposes of catching the bad guys. And the bad guys, for the most part, are fairly destructicated. There is one scumbag that remains. But the problem is, with a broken rear axle, there is no way for this Australian police vehicle to have any chance at remaining in this chase. And we're back, going warp speed once more. You can see already, one of the vehicles just kissing that back end. And that kiss is enough to send a vehicle spinning wildly. However, it doesn't look like anything that they can't eventually, somewhere over here, there should be another Australian police vehicle. I don't know, maybe they teleported off of the entire universe or something. But right now, the speed is being known. Right there. As the, whoa! Okay, well, I thought that the police vehicle was in control. Oh, there's one of the civilian cars. Finally found him. Look at him just driving leisurely down the road. Not a care in the world as all these other poor schmucks get absolutely destroyed. Now, that Australian police vehicle is out. But technically, so is the guy that he hit. And we're back. Let's watch it from Australia cam. Flying down the roadway. Speeds 120 miles per hour. 130 miles per hour. Coming up to 140 miles per hour right now. No sign of slowing down. Whoa! And there we go. Oh no! Oh, the civilians never saw it coming. This is why illegal road racing should never be allowed. Look at what happened right over here. Both those individuals slumped over, probably all broke up. What happened over here? This is why I always have problems with so many vehicles on the road. Cars are on fire. There is just bits of flames all over the open road. Yes, look at it burn to smithereens. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. We got a chase on our hands, folks. You can see the smoke pouring off in the distance, but the only problem was that Australia took the turn too hard. And now the vehicle lies on its roof. Sad blue smoke pouring out of the exhaust. Let's make it happen one more time. Vehicles speeding mightily down the roadway. Two passing each other narrowly. Look at all the Australian vehicles flying from behind. And, ooh, the hits are real. The hits are real. You could see several vehicles met all the way down the roadway where lots of death and destruction was sure to occur. And I think that quite a few people are out of commission. Yes, both vehicles over here are entwined with one another lovingly. Meanwhile, the Sword Art Online or whatever vehicle enjoying doing donuts in the middle of the roadway before taking off and then spinning out and then deciding to go the opposite direction. This is what happens when you can't make up your mind as a racer. Hold on. We have ourselves a competitor. Whoa! Blasted the side of the car. But I don't know if it was enough. It may have been just enough to destroy the police vehicle, but not enough to destroy the racing vehicle. Yep. The racing vehicle powers on. Unscathed, well, very scathed, but undeterred by the tenacity of the Australian Police Department. And now, finally, Australia winds up, begins driving forward, and both vehicles fearlessly meet in the middle. But it's almost like the weight of the highway patrol from Australia is just greater. And finally, Sword Art Online begins to realize who its better is, as rear tires both flopping, broken and beaten. All right, folks. I was gonna say, that's gonna be it for this episode of BeamNG Drive. I thought I would have the vehicles facing each other for once just to see what would happen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh my God, what a collision to end up with. Tires and particles and pieces and hoods and cars flopping all over the place. Anyway, folks, until the next time, stay foxy and much love.